Hi, Warriors fans. As we continue with our 2024 fall season preview series, and we're spotlighting the women's volleyball program, getting going in just a matter of hours, depending on when you're watching this, I suppose. 8th-year head coach Jenilee Voss is here. First of all, how was the summer? How was the off season? You have two very young children. Does that restrict what you can do in terms of traveling the country or anything like that? What you guys do? Anything?
No, I mean, as a family, we had a lot of fun over the summer. We enjoyed all the beach time.
Here, locally?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we like going down to Racine, North Park. Michigan, I mean, obviously, we're biased to Michigan.
Michigan native.
Michigan native, yes.
Right, former Spartan.
Yes. So, no, we had a lot of fun as a family. So.
How important is that? I mean, work-life balance for everybody is key, but for having young kids, is it hard? I imagine it's harder now than when it was just you and your significant other.
Yes. It's hard, but that's what I love about being here. You're going to get me on my recruiting spiel right now, but what I love about WLC and comparing my experience, Big Ten, to here, we're really true to who we say we are, and being like D3, we're student athletes. Here specifically, it's faith and family first. And so being supported that way as a staff by Coach Noon and everything like that, it's challenging. Season is a grind for our family, but it's really rewarding too. So fun fact, today was my daughter's first day of 4K.
How are you doing with that?
Good. She was excited, so I'm excited for her.
Sometimes the parents take it, rougher than the kids.
But you got your classic first day of school sign, and what does she want to be when she grows up?
A coach.
A volley girl. So it's super rewarding. Like, she has a built-in 30 awesome role models, and she loves being in the gym with mom. So it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun.
Off season in terms of your other pseudo children, your team, as it were.
Yes.
What was the big picture off season focus for the team?
Yeah, we put a huge emphasis on being mentally tougher. We did a lot of mental training, I'll say. And even in our practices, what was nice last year, that was the first year we got to use the 24-day model from the NCAA. So we spaced those out, and we were able to fine-tune some fundamentals, which we've seen already carry over, which has been great. And we did a lot of work, technique-wise or tactical-wise, I'll say, with growing our IQ. So we incorporated some different things in the spring that have really helped us with that. So, yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, one of the things I know you had was kind of like a summer reading project for everybody, to kind of work on this mental aspect and that mental toughness that we're going to talk about a little bit more about. Tell us what the book was, and tell us why you think it really applies to what this team needs to become and the character of it.
Yeah. So this year's book was It Takes What It Takes. And the title in and of itself, I think, is super self-explanatory, right? Last year, we kind of talked a little bit bigger game than maybe we were able to back up at times for various reasons. But at the end of the day, it's just going to take what it takes for us to succeed, whether that's the decisions you make off court, the choices you make on the court, your mental focus. So a lot of that is we've been training to stay neutral and with our mindset.
Yeah. You and I were talking last week or so, and you were telling me how you kind of had all the players find a word or something like that to associate with the book, which then can translate to what they're doing on the court. And it really was kind of an idea of harnessing just that consistency.
Yes.
Try to avoid the roller coasters, the highs, the lows.
Yeah, and we've seen that in preseason. So, we asked them to define what they want to be known as. And one of the many words that they came up with was steady. And we've seen that steadiness mentally in practice so far, and we've seen it in their play too, which is really cool.
One of the characteristics of this year's team that I imagine will help feed into a more steadier mindset is as veteran a group as you have, and you haven't been able to really brag about a veteran roster the last couple of seasons, but you have that this year. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I think that's going to be the difference maker for us, for sure. We have a group of 5 really great seniors, true seniors, I'll say, 4-year. who have been leaders for us for a number of years, key contributors on the court for a number of years. So the fact that they're seniors, they've had a lot of experience under their belt. And thus far, haven't made the tournament either, which is, I mean, that's one of our standards, that's one of our goals, and we've fallen short. So they're hungry, in addition to having the experience, the maturity, and everything like that. So yeah, we're really excited for that.
Take us through some of those veterans, and we don't have time to go through the entire roster, certainly player by player, but in a lot of ways, you lean on Kylie Nabasic. She's a senior, she's a co-captain to kind of, and she's a high character kid. If you've ever known Kylie or meet her, she's one of the nicest kids you'll meet. She kind of drives the ship, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yes, yeah, she always has been so steady, so full of love and joy. Yeah, she's a definite driver for our program, our core values, living those out. But she's one who will not be outworked, which is awesome. So she can really call her teammates up in love in that way. So yeah, continue to be an awesome leader for us.
Her co-captain is Kayla Wigley. Tell me how you've challenged Kayla. Now that she's an upperclassman, to lead, but also to improve on the court. And I know she battled injuries last year, and it was a back, and those things can be so finicky. So a healthy Kayla Wigley means good things all the way around.
Very good things, right? We look at Kylie in the backcourt, totally leading the way. Kayla, if she'll allow me to say her phrase and share that with everybody, so just kind of have a big dog mentality out there. She has that in her. And again, I think last year she was a little handicapped. So yeah, we've been pushing her to be that terminator for us.
You look at the newcomers or younger players who you're asking to make a step up. Maybe it's freshmen who have come in and fans need to learn these names and they'll get to know the faces. Who would be some of those that you would give a shout out to in that respect?
I think one of our newcomers who especially make an impact for us is Hannah Rood, one of our setters. We've been very impressed with so far this preseason.
What did you like about her in the recruiting process that attracted you to her originally?
Oh, she also, if I'm going to use our word, she's very steady as a player. And she moves to the ball very well. She puts up consistent balls, which is obviously what we want as a setter. She plays defense really well, defense first, which we talk about. So yeah, she encompassed a lot of the skill traits that we want. But ultimately what we look for is a good culture fit. So she embodied that too.
You know, that's so important, and we are going to hear, and we have heard from your colleagues and in their sports, talking about that culture and everything that happens off, in your case, off the court, the impact that has on the floor. In a lot of ways, that's everything, and if it's a rough year on the court of competition, many times some of that stuff is festering off the air, or off the court too. Yeah,
we have really embraced our core values. Very simple. We're going to love, we're going to be faithful, and we're going to grow. And so we sum it up with grow and love. That's what we're all about.
X factor this year. Maybe it's a statistic or some sort of team dynamic. Maybe it's an individual. Give me an X factor for the 24 Warrior volleyball team.
Oh, intangibly, we already touched on. I think it's our maturity. Also intangibly, I think it's our mind game. X factor player, I'm gonna say Lily.
Lily Schutz.
Yeah.
Why?
She also battled injury. We didn't even get to see her for the last half of the season last year, and she has come back and just, yeah, she's another big dog for us out there. So we're excited.
I want to let you, because you're not the only one running the show. You have a staff behind you, and it's been a consistent staff now. Some camaraderie there among all of you. I'll let you give them their due praise.
Oh yeah, my staff is amazing. Sammy Riley has been with me since the beginning, so also 8 years. She's phenomenal with bringing great new training techniques to the team. Loves solving problems and helping, put our team in the best position possible. Alyssa this is now her...
Alyssa Sharon.
Yeah, Alyssa Sharon.
Former Warrior.
Former Warrior.
Yep.
So in a sense, she's been with me 7 of the 8 years as a player, captain, coach. So that's a lot of fun. And Katie formerly Winkler, now Jensen, got married over the summer. Big summer for her.
How was that? Was that the social event of the summer?
She kind of kept it low key,
Okay,
which is
just
her,
curious.
it's her personality.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So, yeah, entering her second fall with us too, and she brings great IQ, culture, everything. She sharpens my sword too.
Mm-hmm.
So I love my staff. I think we complement each other so well, and I love, yeah, they're awesome.
Before we send you out with 5 questions, real quickly, you, since you got here basically, you have done such a great job, I think, in terms of making the game day or the match day atmosphere something pretty neat, whether it's having a promotion tied to it, bringing youth groups in and young teams, grade schools in, and I know you've got a full slate in terms of promotions and whatnot again this year that fans need to know about.
Yeah, thanks for that. We're trying a couple new things this season. First year of a kids club.
Cool.
So, yeah, being able to be out there with the players for high fives, national anthem, and we're also trying to ramp up our student section. So, students, if you're watching, first 40 students to every match have some sort of free food waiting for you.
Wow, first 40 students, free food.
Yeah, yeah. Different game day themes already pumped out there, so you
Okay.
can come dressed, ready to
Hawaiian
cheer.
shirt day?
We got Hawaiian.
Is there
Day.
really?
Yes, there
I
is.
didn't know that. I was just
Yeah,
guessing. Okay.
Yeah, camo day, red, white, and blue day. You name it, we got it.
Wow.
So, yeah, and even kind of like a loyalty program for our student section. Come to
Okay.
enough games, you get some free swag.
Let me ask you this: if folks are watching and they want to get their kids involved in the kids club, how do they do that?
WLCsports.com. Go to the volleyball page. You see a drop down for kids club. Would love to see your kids here.
Warriors will open the season this Friday and Saturday. They're playing down at the Maryville Invitational. That'll be a great season opening trip down in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. And then the following weekend, the 6th and 7th of September, it's a quadrangular here at the Rex. The Warriors hosting that quad, and that'll be the first time you can see them in person, unless you're going to make the trek to Knoxville. Okay, Coach Voss, in the time-honored tradition of these interviews, and we've never done this with coaches, but we are this season, I have 5 questions for you.
Okay.
The first answer that comes to mind, okay?
All right.
Here we go.
Let's hear
Question
it.
number 1. What former world leader, dead or alive, would you like to talk to for advice?
Oh man. How about my husband would appreciate this one. I think the Apostle Paul.
Wow, that's a really good answer. That's a really good answer. Went scriptural on us. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
What is your favorite song right now?
Ooh, boy. I don't listen to songs that much. They're mostly kids' songs.
Okay, well,
Oh.
what kid's song is?
My kids are loving Ellie Holcomb these days.
Okay. Is Baby Shark still a thing?
I don't let that be played in my house. It's too annoying.
What was your dream job growing up as a kid?
Dream job. When I was really, really little, like elementary school, I wanted to be a surgeon. Yeah. Once I got to high school, college, it was to work for the Olympic Committee.
Wow. Scale of 1 to 10, how angry can you get while driving? With 1 being not at all, 10 being, oh boy.
I don't think I'm too bad. I'll give it a 6.
Okay. All right. And the bonus question, and we'll let you get going on this one. What would Coach Jenilee Voss, here today with us, tell player Jenilee Voss right before a match if you could go back and address your player self? What would be the best piece of advice you could give yourself then?
Have fun, play for God.
Warriors volleyball begins this weekend in Tennessee. 6th and 7th, they'll be here at the Rex. 8th-year head coach Jenilee Voss, best of skill as another season dawns. And thank you for watching.